Hello, ladies and gentlemen. And this is part of the reason why I would say masculinity is huge. Masculinity is a thing that needs to be held, needs to be done, and needs to exist because we get heroes and a man of bravery like this. A man that will step up and, stop a mass shooting potentially from happening and stopping lunatics. So yeah, this is definitely a thing that needs to ends up happening. We have MMA fighter turned security guard averted another Pulse mass shooting by disarming man in devil mask as he tried to storm a strip club, said Tampa cops. An MMA fighter turned security guard is being hailed as a hero for immobilizing an incoherent gunman who tried to storm a gentleman's club, a hectic encounter captured entirely by the club's security cameras. The close call happened early Sunday morning at the well-known Juan's Venues Dancers Club in Tampa and saw one of its security members, 58-year-old Manuel Anthony Resto, prevent what police said could have been a mass shooting. A seasoned bouncer with 30 years of experience, Resto, better known as Manny, has a background in MMA and professional wrestling, and was thus ready at 1:15 a.m. Monday when suspect Michael Rudman, 44, suddenly appeared at the club's door. Donning a devil mask and too coherent to speak, according to police, Resto immediately knew something was afoot, and soon noticed that the man had the words "kill" and "dark, sick one" crawled both under his arms. Well, that is not, that doesn't spark red flags at all. Good thing they noticed, which is obvious at this point. Initially brushing it off as a prank, Resto would jump into action when he noticed the man had a gun. He proceeded to make quick work of the masked marauder, potentially saving more than 200 party inside. So, yeah. I saw him raise his hand, and he had a gun. Resto explained at a press conference called on Tuesday as cops released heart-pounding footage of the counter. I saw him pointing it towards the door, and I decided that he was not going to enter the club and hurt anybody. Yeah, so we're gonna go take a quick look at this video here of this hero saving these people. Take a look. Yeah, so this man has actively done a hero's deed, and this is the reason why we just cannot demasculate men and make sure that we have some heroes here, because at the end of the day, we will have these things that are that will be that actually help society. And again, this man at the end of the day managed to remove the gun from the guy's hand, and luckily because he had training, and well, ended up turning out good. Now, some people are going to say, well, so why do you need guns when you can actually do this? Well, here's the thing here, guys, is that he was an MMA fighter, so he probably knows disarms and stuff like that that can prevent the guy from actually using the weapon and stuff like that. Or it comes down to a normal human that does not have training or anything of that matter, then that doesn't really come to play, right? That can easily to backfire, and this could easily have backfired to where the man just end up shooting him regardless, and then entering the building. So yeah, we have problems here. Where, yeah, he was disarmed, but again, this was a man that had actual training. It goes on to say, despite Resto, despite being nearly 15 years the other man's senior, remained in control, reverting to his decades of experience in combat sports to hold his own. Dodging and weaving punches while offering some of his own, Resto eventually deters his attacker enough to put some distance between them and immediately eyes down the handgun. While the suspect is out of frame, Resto rushes to pick up the firearm up, pointing it as his assailant as he approaches them for round two. So yeah, apparently, undeterred, Rudman, who cops confirmed Tuesday has a history of domestic violence and mental health issues. Wow, it's almost like this guy has a mental health issues and he somehow has a gun. And you know what, by the way, guys? When you have mental health issues, you're not supposed to have a gun. You're not allowed to. so, so about that whole deal with, the law and stuff, like where bad people are not gonna get guns if they're banned. Yeah, about that. Anyway, continues to menace Resto, who elects to not fire the weapon. It's at this point that Resto uses his wrestling skills to do his impromptu opponent, who falls to the floor. As the guard strikes him once more with the butt of the pistol for a good measure, eventually other members of Resto's team rush over to help, averting a crisis that could have been eerily reminiscent to the 2016 strike just 80 miles away that killed 49 people at now the notorious Pulse nightclub. Rubin was promptly arrested, booked on battery and assault charges, as well as purchasing a weapon while under a risk of protection order. Yeah, so he purchased a weapon, which was for the black market, as I said. Cops Tuesday said they could not provide further information on the extent of the Rubin's criminal history, but said that he was incoherent when officers arrived to the point where he could not speak. Alright, so yeah, that's essentially what happened. So at the end of the day, guys, I think we come to the conclusion here is that we have heroes, and this is something that we should be looking up to where we should have more training and stuff like that. But at the time is that maybe some of these security guards should have weapons on them, just for their own safety, let alone others, and that might solve a lot of problems. But great that this turned out to be good. It did not end up to be bad. It goes on to say here, with Resto and another guard who helped to hold the suspect down until police arrived present, the chief did reveal that detectives had learned that Rubin had visited the establishment at the night prior, potentially to vet the security it had in place. There is no question that the security guards who disarmed the suspect saved dozens of lives through their heroic acts, said Interim Chief Leeper Craw of the Sunday Scare. And I am thankful that our officers were able to take this individual into custody before he had the chance to carry out whatever he had planned. He added, we will continue to actively and thoroughly investigate this case to get a better understanding of what led up to this thwarted accident. Cops did not reveal during the conference whether they believed Rubin to be under the influence of any substance while he's carrying out the attack. He is being held without bond at the Full Breaking Road jail, but has yet to be charged with attempted murder. According to the cops, he's been slapped with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. We already know this. More charges could be filed. This guy obviously has apparently had mental disorder and what have you, and he's still got a gun when he's not allowed to. So, yeah, what can you do? All right, guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share. As always, take care.